All right, so we'll go ahead and get started again. I'm Ansley Sutter, Social Media Training and Communications Coordinator with ForRent Media Solutions. This is my favorite time of the month. I know I say that every month, but it really is just because I get to hang out with you guys and talk about my favorite topics in social media and how they relate to our industry being multifamily. So I really appreciate you taking the time to join me today. I have been so antsy to talk about today's topic. Video is extremely important to consumers across any vertical, and it's an incredibly valued piece of a property's social media playbook. And last month when we talked about the most recent feature updates to Facebook and Pinterest, I briefly gave you an introduction to the Vine app so that you would be familiarized with it during our session today. And this is the time of the year really that many brands are evaluating their social strategies in order to target their audience and establish a more heightened brand presence. And video is somewhat of a slam dunk, if you will, for us in multifamily, and I'll explain why in just a few. So before we get started, I always go over one little housekeeping tip to share. We are using GoToWebinar to facilitate today's session. And in your GoTo panel, you can ask questions during our session. And I welcome you to ask and send in any questions that you may have come up because I can see your questions come in real time, and I like to answer those along the way. And more times than not, I will answer your question along the way, but if I don't, I'm definitely happy to follow up toward the end of our session or via email. So before I go over our agenda, just kind of bringing it all home, I want to explain why we talk about social media every month. So if you're not familiar with FR Social, please get with your ForRent account rep. But FR Social is a rich suite of tools exclusive to you guys, exclusive to ForRent customers only. And FR Social is a social media solution made easy. FR Social Expert concentrates on management, advertising, listening, and education, all regarding social media, saving you time and making social marketing easier for you. The package includes tools designed to enhance audience engagement and improve on your online reputation, which is so important, to help you drive more leads. And FR Social positions you to gain a competitive edge by utilizing a social media for your brand. And this is why we touch on social media every month. The goal is to onboard you and train you on Facebook, on Pinterest, on Instagram, on Vine, you name it. We have a training for that. So you are well equipped to use FR Social at its optimal level. So again, if you're interested in learning more about becoming an FR Social Expert customer, please get with your ForRent account rep and we can set up a quick demo for you. And that being said, let's go ahead and get started with a quick outline of what we're going to be going over today. First, we will talk about why people are so captured and captivated by video. I'll share the variety of ways we consume video or watch video, if you will. And next, we will go over the impact that Vine has in the social media space. Then we'll delve into some things that brands are doing with video using Vine and YouTube to market and promote. And as always, you'll walk away with applicable tips as well as some links that cover the info I'm sharing. I always like to be transparent with where I get my information from. So that being said, let's talk about why consumers are so drawn to video. In a world where content is king, video most certainly wears the crown. But do we know why video is so important in social media? Well, let's go over that now. For one, video is great at capturing and keeping our attention. As advertising and marketing moves in the direction of using more visual tactics, you'll begin to see video in more places. The virality or the rate at which content is being circulated is very high for video. If you want your content to move quickly and make as many impressions as possible, use video. Now, not just any video will work. Consumers can smell a self-serving piece of content from a mile away. We've gone over that before. So it's important that When you are making a video, you're humanizing your brand. We've spoken about this before, where rather than speaking at your audience, you are speaking with them. You're engaging in conversation. You're having reciprocal conversation, circling back with them. Video does a great job of drawing on emotional appeals more so than a written piece of content, just because the majority of our communication is based on nonverbal cues. There's less room for mistaking if something is funny or not when you watch a video. It's more clear. And most times the tone of voice is also clearly delivered. Now, video is uploaded and shared in real time or immediately after the documented event has taken place, so we can always find the content relevant. And YouTube is the second largest search engine next to Google, so we know that there is going to be video content relevant to almost anyone in every niche group, every demographic. And lastly, video comes in all forms and time lengths, so we know it can fit into our busy schedules. We also have the ability with video to start and stop it whenever we want, which is great as well. Stats that really just speak to what we just talked about are the fact that 85% of people online are more likely to engage or to purchase a product after watching a video. They're a little bit more interested. And a huge amount of renters shared that YouTube was the most used site when apartment shopping, and that makes sense because a lot of times apartment shoppers don't have the time to go from apartment community to look at the grounds, so they're going to use video to do that for them. So I always like to share any video snippets we can apply to today's topic. And since we're talking about video, you'll see a few more videos throughout today's session than normal. And the video we're about to watch is a great for you guys out there who are in charge of social media for your company or for your property in terms of how essential video is in a marketing strategy. So let's take a look.
This is the world we live in. Nice place. Plenty of beaches. Lots of people busy working, learning, playing, meeting up, going to the cinema, and otherwise getting on with life. Today, 2.4 billion of these people are using the internet for just about everything you can imagine. And the numbers are growing every day. More than 2/3 of that number search the internet for information about a product or service before making a decision to buy. Search engines give priority to websites that feature videos. 70% of the top search listings contain at least one video, and this is expected to be the standard by the year 2014. Since the moment this video started, 40 hours of new video were uploaded to YouTube, and more than 1.8 million other videos besides this one were watched by everybody else, which is part of the reason why, in 2009, YouTube became the second most popular search engine in the world. Since then, video has gone from 1 billion online viewers per day to over 4 billion. You heard me right, 4 billion. And this is projected to continue increasing in the coming years. As of this moment, 2 out of 3 Americans watch at least one video online every day. Search engines and video sites like YouTube, Dailymotion, and Vimeo aren't the only place where video is winning. Websites with embedded video are 3 times more likely to get inbound links from blogs and social networks like Facebook or Twitter. In addition, time spent on a website is increased by 2 to 5 times when it uses video, which is great news because time is the driving force behind conversion, that is, visitors who become buyers. As a result, studies show that conversion increases 30 to 40% for these websites, regardless of whether sales are done on the web or in person. So it's easy to see why 2 out of 3 marketers plan to add video to their websites this year, making it a higher priority than Facebook, Twitter, and blog integration. In fact, video is considered one of the fastest growing segments of internet advertising and is projected to account for 1/3 of ad spending in the next 5 years. Online video has also been used extensively in tech support and employee training, in some cases reducing related costs by 14%. In other words, video is for everyone. When used properly, it can have an enormous effect. A simple video campaign can quickly become the cornerstone of a business revival, or the critical launching point for a new venture. If you're putting off creating videos for your business, consider this. Can you really afford to wait? No other medium communicates more in less time and with better results. Like a good salesperson, online video represents the core values and benefits of your business. Unlike a salesperson, online video spreads the message to the entire planet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Does it matter what kind of video is used?
Okay, so we're not going to go through the whole video, but I found that extremely insightful, and I think that video snippet that we just shared does an incredible job of simplifying the message there. It's really saying that video is so essential to any type of marketer's social strategy. Now let's chat about ways we can consume or watch video, and there might be more than you think. As the video explained, consumers watch at least one video a day. 2 out of 3 people watch at least one video a day. This means you have a captive audience just sitting there waiting for you to connect with them. Over 800 million users visit YouTube every month, and over, like they said, 4 billion hours of video is watched every month. And that's an astounding number. But it's a stat that tells us in multifamily to utilize tools like FR video, which we'll talk about later. And also this stat speaks to the fact that video needs to be easy to digest and take in. And I'm going to go show you some ways to make that happen. But just take a look at this picture that you see here. Tablet usage is continually growing as the roles people are playing push them to be more mobile. And TechCrunch reports that the majority of tablet users use tablets for the purpose of light communication, such as email here and there, but mostly the purpose of for the purpose of entertainment during downtime. And just think about a college student in between classes taking a few minutes to watch a video about your property. That's a captive audience for you right there. Think about a newlywed couple that's looking to find an apartment home. That's a captive audience for you there as well. So again, different demographics will be using tablets to consume and watch video. Traditional laptops are still a preferred electronic device people are using. It's not going away anytime soon. A prospect may come across a video you've made, or they may come across an FR video which we've made for your property, and they might ask their friends to gather around and watch, or they might share that with their friends to gauge peer opinions. Again, we've spoken about the staggering stats that show that a person is more likely or is just as likely to believe a random person's opinion if it's left on, say, apartment ratings or another website, as they are their personal friends. So again, peer opinions, whether they know the person or not, matters, and people can share your videos, so just be aware of that. Most frequently, video is being consumed on smartphones. Again, a smartphone is a device we highly depend on nowadays, and it's the perfect option for anyone on the go, which let's face it, everyone's on the go these days. So again, a lot of people are taking to their iPhones, their Androids, their smartphones to consume and watch video. And whether it's for work, like you see here, or play, people are definitely going mobile. You see this person is probably in the middle of a wrestling tournament, and he can pull out his video and watch something. So again, smartphones really work for our industry because more than likely our prospects are in this position too. And while we're on the topic of various ways consumers consume video and watch video, we're always looking at ForRent, we're always looking for ways to increase your user experience with our product. And we can't do that unless we find ways to increase the user experience for prospects and apartment shoppers, which is why we just recently rolled out several FR social enhancements, 2 of them being FR video and our new YouTube search app. So I'm going to go over those really quickly so you know what you're getting as an expert customer. So FR Video is a feature you'll want to use to help make the virtual touring process easy for both you and your prospects. And today's apartment shopper expects online and mobile community videos. This is something that they are just assuming will be available to them, and we need to make that available to them. And with 183 million people in the U.S. watching video, FR Video will undoubtedly maximize your exposure and overall leads. So just keep in mind that FR Video is now available to you as an expert level customer. The search app is very symbiotic in the sense that it's going to benefit both the apartment shopper and you, the property manager. And the search app will allow a prospect to conduct a high-level search that meets his or her specs, like if they're searching by city, by bed, bath numbers, as well as their min and their max price points. Within YouTube, they can do that now. And the search app showcases your community's unique feature and just lets prospects envision themselves living at your community. Again, visuals speak volumes when it comes to making purchase decisions. It's the next best thing to having to touch the actual product or service is being able to watch a video of it. And your FR Video is viewed on the search app. And with FR Video, we offer you professional production, editing, and voiceover services at an affordable price point while still giving you that customized product. So if this is something you're interested in, definitely get with your ForRent rep and they can help you out. The app can be found on the homepage of our YouTube channel, and the videos played there provide seamless updates through ForRent.com. So these will be able to be played through your ForRent.com profile page as well. So now that we know why video is such a great asset to any marketer, let's talk about video apps people are using if, say, they already have a professional FR Video, but might want to make video content that might serve a different purpose. The Vine app is what a lot of marketers are using to do just that. In last month in April, where we were talking about the updates to Facebook and Pinterest, I gave you a little teaser at the end talking about Vine last month. But in short, Vine is an app developed by the folks over at Twitter, which allows you to shoot, create, and share 6-second videos, which is so neat. You can actually tell a whole story in this time frame, which shows us that we have the ability to digest these micro stories. So don't think that you have to overdo it. People can digest this and actually prefer to have it shorter than longer. And since the app launched, users have created innovative mini docs, and brands are finding clever ways to advertise and promote contests and themselves. And Vine is great for short, impactful videos that need to tell a story in a short amount of time. And people have short attention spans. Everything's short nowadays. We have short attention spans these days. So why do you think Twitter has become so popular? No one would have thought that restricting communication to 140 characters at a time would actually, in turn, increase communication at such an astonishing level, but it has. So the Twitter people are saying, this might work for video too, which obviously it's working wonders. And Vine is the video equivalent of Twitter. So knowing that, let's talk about some out-of-the-box thinkers and marketers who find success in using video to connect with their audience. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Jessica Riffle Edwards. She is an extremely socially savvy real estate agent, maven, if you will, with Coldwell Banker. And although she is on the real estate side, this is definitely something we can adopt. We are more so integrating more real estate examples because we're finding that we can really share our ideas with the real estate side. So this is definitely something you can adopt for your property in multifamily. And she has these great daily vlogs she posts to her YouTube channel. And if you're not familiar with what a vlog is, it's a video blog. So it's literally her recording herself, and she talks about tons of topics under the sun that are relevant to the real estate industry. And then she took it even further out of the box and used a popular and very memorable song to market her real estate firm. So let's take a look here.
You took your time when you call, I took no time when you fall. You gave me nothing at all, but still you're in my way. I beg and borrow and steal. At first sight and it's real, I didn't know I would feel it, but it's in my way. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing. Hot night, wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number. Don't call me maybe, it's hard to look right at your baby, but here's my number. Don't call me maybe, hey, I just met you.
Alrighty, so I'm not going to share the whole bit with you guys, but that just really emphasizes how powerful video can be and how creative we can be with video when we really take it up a notch. So that is just for Riffle Edwards. I'm going to actually share some other things she's done with our sister site, Homes.com. She's shared some great tips on using video, and so we're going to share that link with you later on today. So if that wasn't enough for you, we all know the overnight phenomenon that is the Harlem Shake. And it was such a contagious and humorous way for brands to join the party and show their personality. And not to mention, it's an extremely easy video to make. It's all of 30 seconds, which is a slam dunk in terms of engaging with your audience and making it short and sweet. And the ForRent team couldn't go without making a Harlem Shake video. We always have to be the first in our industry to do things like this. And, although it probably didn't go as viral as we would have liked, I'm sure it'll get there, and we made an impression. So let's take a look at that. Alrighty, so again, it's the little things that you can do and you can adopt from mainstream and really apply them to your social strategy and make it work for you. And that's what we've done, and tons of other brands have done the same thing. So that's just something that I wanted to share with you so you can kind of think out of the box. Sometimes it's good to see examples that are not the norm to help get those creative juices going. So another effective tactic to engage using video is to share some practical snippets, like vines of using a pillowcase like you see here to organize your sheets, or using lemon juice to get the rust off of frequently used knives. And we're seeing that Lowe's is sharing tips like these, like you see here. They've joined Vine. And you might be asking yourself why. Why would Lowe's share, everyday home tips? But the fact of the matter is, it's because homeowners and apartment dwellers will like to share this content, and they will eat it up. They will love this content, and they'll share it with their friends. And this puts Lowe's in a great position. It's giving Lowe's that brand to consumer connection with that added bonus of brand exposure. You can't hate it. This is something that's a slam dunk. And for any marketer, you're killing two birds with one stone here. I personally think it's genius, and it's so simple. You can actually, take this example and apply it. Who's not to say you can't do the same thing? It's not, this is an everyday practice. So definitely you're seeing that Lowe's is including a certain hashtag in all of their vines. It's Lowe's Fix in 6, meaning, how-tos within 6 seconds. And they're utilizing, these hashtags, which are going to get them more visibility. So these are links that I'll share with you again at the end of our session so you can maybe adopt these for your community. Being promotional is always at the top of any marketer and property manager's list. It's always something that's your number one at the top of the day. And you can use a contest to do just that. Contests not only place the spotlight on the entrant, that person entering the contest, rather than being too self-promotional for the brand. It creates a sense of anticipation and is the ultimate call to action, because you're giving your entrants a job. They have to do a job. You're incentivizing them to do a job so that they can win this prize. And if you're wanting to see how a Vine contest works, be sure to connect with @APTS FORRENT, APTS for Rent on Vine, as well as For Rent will be promoting our Moving Moments campaign on this platform. So we're going to be sharing our Moving Moments contest for the first time utilizing Vine. This is something that we've done on Facebook. We're doing, I believe, a Pinterest and an Instagram push with this campaign, but we're also adding a Vine component to this campaign, which will be the first time that we'll be promoting a contest using Vine. So we would love for you to be involved. You can share your moving story on Vine and use the hashtag you see here, Moving Moments. No spaces, and it doesn't matter, it's not case sensitive, so you don't have to use capital M's, but just make sure you're using hashtag Moving Moments in your description, and you can just take a 6-second video of your moving moment and include the hashtag in your description, and we'll be able to see that, and you'll be entered. So definitely keep tabs on that. We're going to be starting that initiative on May 20th, coming up right around the corner. Another way you can be promotional is spreading brand love in new creative ways is always a great win for any vertical. And Mashable does a stellar job of this to make sure you're following Mashable on Vine. They have some great examples and adopt some of their tactics they're implementing. They're always the first in the social media space to be trying a new app or establishing a brand presence on a new social network, or they're always the first to know what changes have been made. So be sure to follow Mashable on Vine. They do a great job of showing their brand love in new and creative ways. And I shared this example with you guys last month. This is a property that uses Vine to share not only landmarks nearby, but they also share a variety of floor plans they offer, which is a really innovative way to share a floor plan. So this is actually great if you're utilizing FR Video, but you're wanting to also make a Vine about, what floor plans you offer. That you can do this within 6 seconds, and you get a pretty good idea of the space if you actually saw what I shared with you guys last month, and I'll share it again today. There's a snapshot of the kitchen, there's a snapshot of the bathroom, there's a snapshot of the bedroom, there's a snapshot of the living room, all within 6 seconds. Again, you can tell a story with this micro video making app. So now that you've gotten some tactics and you've gotten a little taste in your mouth as far as what you can implement into your social strategy, the question of all questions we ask at the end of the day is, how can I apply this information to what I'm currently doing? First, make sure you have FR Video, and if not, get with your For Rent rep to help you drive more leads and get more eyes on your property. FR Video is great for this. Secondly, create a Vine account for your property. It's simple, it's painless, and you already have examples of how other brands are doing it. You should have enough material, and if you don't, you have us to help you come up with some creative ideas. You can adopt Lowe's and Mashable's examples of what they're doing and take these successful tactics and tweak them to fit your social strategy. So again, half the work's already done for you. You just got to slap your brand name on it. If you're going to use Vine, make sure you're using hashtags. Again, if you aren't using hashtags, your content is really in no man's land. So hashtags equal better SEO, hashtags equal better brand exposure. If you're going to, as of now, hashtags, again, are the best way to boost exposure and heighten your visibility to your content. Like I mentioned earlier, video does a great, awesome stand-up job at displaying a brand's personality. Again, it's very clear and concise. You gauge humor straight from the jump. There's no confusion. And when it comes to video, you don't want to overcomplicate things. Make sure you keep your video short and impactful. And I'm going to share a great vlog that we have on the Homes blog. And Homes Connect actually got together with Jessica after seeing her video go viral on YouTube. They contacted her and they got in touch with her, and she actually was kind enough to sit with the Homes folks and create a short little vlog that we posted to the Homes blog. And she gives, I believe it's like her top 5 steps of making a great video. So I'm going to share that link with you too so you can see what she does to get better brand exposure for not only her personal real estate firm, Coldwell Banker, and she's located in South Carolina, but she also just shares some great tactics that you can use across the board. So I'm going to share these links with you right now. And you can have the opportunity to copy them from the screen you see here, but if not, I'm going to share these with you. Actually, let me grab these one more time. All right, so if you didn't get those today, you will get those in a follow-up email we will be sending you. We always send you guys a recap of what we talked about with some useful links. So these links will be located in the email you'll be getting in the next couple days here. So I'll leave this screen up, and I will take any questions you may have at this point. I'm happy to do that. We tried to make this session short and sweet since we went over a little bit of time last month. But as of now, I'm happy to take any questions. I'll hang out with you guys a little bit longer. If you don't have any questions, if you feel like you know everything you need to know and you need to keep your day moving, that's perfectly fine. I want to just let you know that I appreciate your time. And on behalf of ForRent Media Solutions, have a great day. And I'll hang out a little bit longer for you guys that need any questions answered. All right, everyone, on behalf of ForRent Media Solutions, have a great day. Take care.